All right, well, it's a very exciting day because, well, actually today is only marginally exciting. Tomorrow is the really exciting day because I'm finally headed back to the track. Really excited. Got the 899 all track prepped, as you saw in the previous video. Well, mostly track prepped anyway, because I couldn't get the engine case covers in time, but looking like a mean track machine, I would say. So I'll be out there at Auto Club tomorrow. I believe it's what, like August 20 something. I don't know, I can't even keep track of time anymore. But yeah, first time back on track in probably close to 2-3 years. I did one small track day with Auto Club Santa Monica on my 210. Just kind of fucked around, dicked around, didn't really push the bike too hard. Not that I'm going to be pushing this thing too hard, considering it'll be my first time on track in a couple of years. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to shoot some cool content for you guys out there, and I hope to make this a more regular occurrence. Obviously, now that I have this bike, something that's fully track dedicated, and I have all the equipment that I need, I have a car that can tow, it should be pretty easy to make it out to the track fairly frequently, so hold me to it, guys. Stay tuned. Next time you see me, it'll be bright and early tomorrow morning, and I'll be headed up to Fontana to Auto Club Speedway. All right, guys, it's 6 in the morning the following day. I'm super tired, but got my ass out of bed. Just got everything filled up with gas, about to hop on the freeway. Let's go. All right, we are here at the track. Auto Club Speedway, beautiful facility. Lots of garages, keep us out of the sun today. It's gonna be obscenely hot. Look at that, you can see the grandstands in the back there. This is such a cool facility. Headed off to the mandatory riders meeting at 8 a.m. I don't know if they're doing it outside. It looks like they're doing it outside. Rona time. All right, riders meeting is done. I'm gonna suit up and get out there pretty soon. Probably got 30 minutes till I'm on track, so very excited. All right, I'm suited up. Time to get out there. That is the first session in the books. Felt pretty good out there, a little bit awkward, definitely relearning the line at this track since it's been a few years and just getting comfortable moving around on the bike again. Still got a lot of work to do, a lot of tire left to use, so that shows me I'm not pushing it too hard, which I like for my first session back in a long time. I'm gonna head over to the suspension guy, Dax, get the sag dialed in now that the suspension's warmed up from that first session. Haven't even set this thing up for me. I mean, I have no idea where my rear suspension's at or if my sag is set correctly, so I'm gonna go get that done and I'll be back for the second session. All right, so I was definitely low riding there. I needed like 8 turns of preload added to the front suspension. We're about to get the back. Hi, Dax. Dax with Sport Bike Suspension Tuning. For all your suspension tuning needs. Dialing in the compression and rebound right now. We got the sag set. It was pretty far off in the rear too. Needed like 3 full rotations on the preload adjuster. So going to get this thing to a good starting point, and then the rest of the day will just be me trying to live up to the capabilities and the potential of the bike, which is a pretty slim chance of that happening. All right, about to head out for session 2. That's my buddy Jeff on the Ninja 400. Suspension's all dialed in, so let's see how this baby feels. The other thing that I noticed in the first session actually was not having the spacer kit installed on this bike. It was honestly pretty annoying. Like, there were a couple times whenever I was sort of like right in that like 5-10% throttle zone, just trying to maintain low throttle, say like transitioning through a corner, especially like a chicane, and it would just roll off. I was kind of always playing with that dead zone, and it was definitely like upsetting the suspension of the bike. I think after a couple sessions I'll throw the spacer kit on there, see if that behavior is improved. so second session was kind of a bust. We had 2 red flags, so I didn't really get that many good laps. Still, the bike felt really dialed in for like the couple laps that I did get. I could tell the suspension was working really well. It felt like I had a lot of grip in the rear, so sky's the limit from here. Let's keep going, guys. All right, session number 3. Let's hope we get a little bit more time out there this time around. That's session 3 in the books. I felt pretty good out there. Still noticing a lot of bad habits that, you know, it's been 5 years since I rode. Body position's definitely not on point. Braking is a little bit sloppy. Still, obviously because no spacer kit in there, on my downshifts, I'm a little like uneven on the brake pressure. I think once I get the spacer kit in there, that'll get a lot better. So I think before the next session, I'm gonna throw the spacer kit in. We're gonna see what kind of effect that has. And then also, obviously, as I'm getting more comfortable on the bike throughout the day, starting to like run some better lap times, run some better lines, passing just about everybody in intermediate group. There's some people out there that are like obscenely slow in intermediate group. Like maybe they should have been in level 1, but you know, that's for another video. So let me get that spacer kit installed, and then I'll see you back out there for the next session. Remember how it was before, all sloppy? Look at that, 0 slop. Perfectly direct. That should improve the track riding immensely. All right, we're about to go back out for session number 4. Getting pretty hot out, so definitely doing our best to stay hydrated here. I think it's a balmy, I don't know, probably 95 out there right now. I think this session will probably be the pinnacle before I start actually just getting too worn out and tired, especially with this heat. So let's hope for some good numbers this time around. I feel like I was feeling great for that 4th session. So the only issue is as I was getting faster and faster on the front straight and I was braking really hard into the chicane at the end of the straight, I started to get like a really intense vibration in the front brakes coming through the lever. I don't know if it's just that the brakes were getting really hot and maybe like ever so slightly warping. I'm probably gonna get those rotors checked out. I'm gonna throw it up on a stand, just spin the wheel to make sure they're true. I came in a couple laps early, but still had a lot of fun in that session. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this thing checked out and report back in. So weird, but I had some fuel that was spilling out of the tank, like through the filler cap. You can kind of see the residue here. I had just filled up the tank before the session, but maybe only like 2/3 full or so. So I'll reseal that thing for the next session, make sure that's not still happening, but I'm not sure if it could be like an issue with the gasket in here or what, but keep an eye on it. All right, session number 5 coming up. This is probably gonna be the last one of the day. Suspension is still pretty much bottoming out. I got a couple tips from the suspension setup guy to see if I could settle down the chassis a little bit. He recommended actually using the rear brake. Maybe it'll eliminate some of that chatter as I'm coming into those heavy braking zones. I'm gonna try that, see what happens, but it's maybe the last one of the day. It's ridiculously hot, although it is clearing out a little bit, so depending on how much fun I have in this session with an empty track, I might go out for the last one as well. I feel like I look more disheveled at the beginning of every single one of these videos. So that's 5 sessions done. Lost a lot of body weight. Probably sweated about 3 gallons at this point, but bike performing admirably. Actually, the advice about using the rear brake helped a lot. I'm not sure if it was just psychological or if maybe I just wasn't braking quite as hard because I was getting the feel for the rear brake, but it did feel like less chatter there under hard braking, so maybe there's something to that. So, report after 2 sessions of using the throttle spacer kit. Dude, it's unbelievable how much it transforms the bike. Like, I know I sound biased, I know I sell the product, whatever, you don't have to believe me, but downshifting, being able to just blip the throttle so effortlessly, it just takes so much load off your brain, not having to deal with giving it so much wrist input to get the thing blipped. Mid-corner, when the bike's fully leaned over, just having the confidence that the throttle is going to do exactly what you expect, that you're not going to get weird like roll-offs mid-corner that upset the chassis. Dude, it really transforms the way the bike rides. I cannot believe how much of a difference it makes. I mean, I've been selling these for like 4 or 5 years now, but I'm telling you guys, please just try it. If it sucks, if you hate it, get your money back. I will refund you 100%. Just give it a shot though, especially if you ride any Ducati aggressively at the track, in the canyons, whatever. You will love this spacer kit, I'm telling you. All right, so last session. I'm not gonna be setting the world on fire this session. I'm just gonna be running with my dude Jay and Jeff over here, just trying to learn some lines and just take it easy, not risk putting the bike down, especially this late in the day whenever I'm totally pooped and I've lost 10 pounds of sweat. So yeah, a chill session. That's a wrap. That is 6 sessions in the books. I'm completely pooped. It's kind of hard to tell, but this shirt is completely soaked in sweat. You can see it's getting pretty empty around here. Not too many people stayed for the last session. It was so hot out there, but I'm gonna load the bike up and then I'll say my goodbyes. That's not going anywhere. All right, so that was a hell of a first track day. It was so much fun. I can't believe how awesome it was to be back out here. just to be able to, you know, ride the bike at that level, get my knee on the deck, like really have fun out there, really push the bike to its limits. It's been so long since I had that feeling. You know, I've ridden lots of bikes at the canyons lately, and I took the Speciale to the track last year, but the bike was so valuable I really didn't want to push it. This thing I was willing to push a little bit harder. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm going to be doing a bunch of upgrades to this bike and bringing it out to the track really often. So I really appreciate the like, the subscribe, you hitting the notification bell. Anything you can do to help support the channel is so appreciated. And again, check out DucatiSpacers.com. If you own one of these bikes or any Ducati, KTM, Husky, Triumph model that's compatible with the Spacer Kit and you haven't installed it yet, you are seriously missing out. So get your butt over to DucatiSpacers.com, buy your kit today, full refund if you're not satisfied. Email me with any questions, leave a comment below, and message me on Instagram, whatever's easiest for you. Again, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.